Hi and welcome back. Well, I'm sorry I've been delayed with regards to my vlogs, but life happens. My wife and kids are traveling to the four corners of the planet. It was my job to get everybody where they needed to be. And living in the Northeast, we were surprised one afternoon to the sound of water running from a broken pipe. So we've been dealing with that. Here, I'll show it to you, field trip. This was our bathroom, which is now just really kind of some walls and a exposed ceiling. And this is the culprit. This is the pipe. That little slit right there in the pipe is what caused all the damage. So that's what I've been dealing with here at home, in addition to everything else that's going on in our lives. So I apologize. I've been a little remiss in posting vlogs, but back to thoughts becoming things. When I left off last time, the vlog on necessity and tapping into the feeling of necessity and what it feels like to have to get something done evoked some rather passionate responses on Facebook Messenger. The very first one I got is the one I'm going to stick with. The response I got was, Frank, nobody wants to fail. So I had to follow up. I didn't know if they were agreeing with me or if they were disagreeing with me. So I followed up to find out exactly what they meant by nobody wants to fail. And they were disagreeing with me. And I agree with you. Nobody wants to fail. But there is a difference between, and you really need to hone in on this difference. There's a difference between not wanting to fail and wanting to succeed. And let's go back to the whole inspiration versus motivation thing where I left off. If not wanting to fail is the motivation, the gas, then wanting to succeed is the inspiration, the fire that's inside you that you want to pour that gas on. So it's okay every once in a while to not want to fail. It's really okay every once in a while to be a little afraid and be pushed into really pushing hard towards achieving your goal by not wanting to fail. But you can't live your life like that. You can't live your life afraid to fail. Remember, if you read my book, there's only enough room in your mind for one dominant emotion, and fear is a dominant emotion. So if you're running around all the time afraid to fail, you're going to fail. If every once in a while, like my kids, you need a little push and fear of failure is that push, well, that's great. That'll kind of get you moving towards working towards your inspiration, which is wanting to succeed. So I agree, nobody wants to fail, but you got to want to succeed. Success is the goal, right? And you need to be able to articulate your goals, the success that you want. Because if you don't do that, then it's really difficult to establish what your success is and how you're going to achieve that success. So for example, you want to become the vice president of XYZ Corporation. And you work hard for that job. That's your success. That's your ultimate success. Now, along the way, there may be some necessity that kind of pushes you along, that fear of failure or the, oh, damn moment where you really got to kind of put the pedal to the metal to get to where you want to be. That's good. That's the motivation that's going to pour gas on the inspiration every once in a while. But you don't want to live with that fear. You want to live with the goal of success. You want to be able to know exactly what you want. In this case, become president of XYZ Corporation. So say you go for it and you work really, really hard, and every once in a while you're kind of pushed by necessity, but you get the job of vice president of XYZ Corporation. Now, is that a success? It may be a success, but is it the success? You've got to be able to keep looking at what your success is. Be grateful for the fact that you got the job as vice president of XYZ Corporation. It probably comes with a lot of increased responsibility and increased salary and socioeconomic value and things like that. All of that's important, and it should help your self-esteem. Absolutely, you achieve something great, and you should be grateful for it. But it's not the goal you set out for. So am I saying not to be grateful for the XYZ Corporation vice presidency? No. But you've got to keep moving towards that presidency. That was your goal. That's what you wanted to become. And you need to keep pushing for that. And you can't be satisfied by the fact that you got to be vice president of the company. So that's where you really have to start honing in on the success versus failure kind of aspect of thoughts becoming things. You want to succeed. You need to, A, make sure that you have a very, very clearly defined idea of what your success is, because you can't achieve it unless it's clearly defined, right? And then you need to intend, you need to fully expect to get that success. And then you need to do everything in your power to get that success. You need to be grateful for what you have, but still want what you don't have. And you need to clearly visualize yourself succeeding. Along the way, there's going to be necessity. There's going to be fear of failure. There's going to be things that you have to put the pedal to the metal, so to speak, to achieve your goal. What I'm asking you to do, or what I was asking you to do in the last vlog, and it was a little misinterpreted, is this. When you are dealing with necessity, when you have this pedal to the metal feeling where it's do or die time, where I have to get this done, I want you to understand and I want you to remember what that feeling was like. The feeling of failure is not an option at this point because I'm being pushed by necessity. And then I don't want you to act like it's a necessity all the time, because that's crazy and you can't live with failure hanging over your head all the time. But when you're trying to achieve your success, I want you to be able to tap into that feeling that you had when you were acting under necessity. This time, though, do it in a much more positive way. You are tapping into that feeling you had when it was a necessity, but not with the fear of failure, but the gratitude of success. The absolute gratitude that you are going to achieve that success. You are already thankful for that success because you know it's coming. You're intending for it to happen. That means you're expecting for it to happen. Once you do that, once you have clearly defined goals and you are absolutely grateful for the success that you are going to achieve, and you can visualize that success and you can tap into the emotions that come along with that success or come along with the steps that need to be taken to achieve that success, then you're really getting somewhere with this thoughts becoming things philosophy. Remember, it's not just the feelings or the emotions, it's the actions, it's everything surrounding it, it's the visualization, it's the complete package. It's everything you need to do to become successful. So I hope that clears up the difference between inspiration and motivation and the fear of failure as opposed to the gratitude of success. Well, I hope you keep tuning into these videos. I enjoy making them. I hope you keep looking at our website, www.thoughtsbecomingthings.com. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, Thoughts Becoming Things. And I hope you keep keeping your faith. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.